If there was an opportunity to go to the US for free and spend some time building, tinkering, and coding, will you go? That does sound like a dream opportunity. I got such an opportunity, and this is the story of that journey. So one day I got a call from a friend telling all about this program, and I asked him what's the catch? Like it sounds to be too good to be true. And he said you have to code a software to get in. And I was like, "Oh, yeah, and that would be very hard, right?" And he said, "No, you just have to code for 100 hours." And I was like, 100 hours? You have to code a software for 100 hours? And when I thought about that, 100 hours is just 4 days of pure coding, not four, maybe 5 days of pure coding. And 24, 24, 48, and another 24 too. Yeah, that's 5 days of coding, or maybe 10 days 10 days a day, 10 hours a day. Then you could complete the entire project in 10 days. So I thought, yeah, it is possible. And I didn't take him seriously at first, but after a few weeks I realized this is a dream opportunity. So this program is called the neighborhood. The idea is a bunch of teenagers with the same mindset about building come together in one house and spend 2 to 2 months together and build some cool things. That's the idea. The neighborhood of developers. So it sounds very cool, and international students can also participate. You would get a free flight, free stay, and everything. The only thing is you have to code for 100 hours. So I started my journey. So I needed an idea to build some problem that would be so cool to solve, and also have some complexity so that I can code for 100 hours. I thought and I thought and I thought. At last it hit me. The main problem I face currently is public transport, especially buses in Kerala. So I thought that would be a great thing to try out. So if I could solve the this problem in this competition, I could eventually roll it out in the public too, and make it into a helpful software that I can publish in here, because that's very helpful to the people too. So I so these are the three main problems that I face currently in the public buses. One, I do have to always get changes. And the second thing is, if I do not know the route of where do I need to go, or if I do know the route but I do not know which bus to board, and where to transfer, and all that kind of stuff. So that's the second problem. And the third and the main problem is, I don't know when the bus is coming. If I want to go to the nearest place, or somewhere near, or somewhere direct, there is a bus route and everything. I do not know the time when will the bus arrive. That's one of the main problems, and that will also solve the problem of to know when will I arrive in that area. So these are the three problems I'm going to solve in this project. So it was the first day. I opened my laptop and started drawing user personas and the key problems, and finding the root cause of the issues, and also the user flow, what will the user need, and all that kind of stuff, to better understand this problem and to frame a great solution. And then I decided to build a WhatsApp bot that will be more useful to the public, because it's very easy to use, and most of the public, especially senior citizens, they do have familiarity with WhatsApp, and that must be the only tool that's familiar and comfortable for the Indians, local Indians. So I thought, why not do in WhatsApp? And I connected a service called Tulio, and finally I got the WhatsApp messages to my laptop, and I could also send WhatsApp messages from my code. The next morning, I sat down in front of my computer, and that's when the first roadblock of this journey hit me. I checked how many hours I have coded and have been recorded. It's about 4 hours. And the previous day, I had spent about 10 hours on that project, and I was a bit frustrated. And then I realized that this 100 hours is not just whiteboarding, it's not setting up APIs. This all will not count. It's 100 hours of coding, pure coding. When I mean coding, it's typing. Each letter you press, that's the time that it counts. So I was really frustrated, and I had lost a bit of motivation in myself, but I kept going. And that day, I created an agent. I thought it must be mostly coding, but yeah, most of the time it was just debugging and searching for ways to connect. Especially, it's an AI agent, so there's not much to code but to tweak. So at the end of the day, I created an agent that will ask get the to and from location from the user, and it will clarify the location if needed, and pinpoint the exact coordinates to coordinates and from coordinates through minimal conversation in WhatsApp. I completed all of that and I was done for the day. And we do have a Slack group, that's where we communicate and pass information. And I saw this message, and it was one of the coordinators, and they had answered a question of a fellow student who is also participating. And he said that it should be a standalone app, not a supporting app, not something built on some other platform. Yeah, it has to be a standalone app. I had in the system I had coded for about 10 hours, but actually 20 hours or something I had spent on this thing, and now they are saying that I have to redo everything. Yeah, I can't use this. So it has to be a standalone app. So I wasn't ready to do anything for that day. Uh,
The next day.
so the next day, I started designing a web app for this. I wasn't ready to give up, but doing that too really made me on the brink of quitting. Like, I wasn't ready to build a front end. I didn't have that much of an experience in front end than in back. I did have most of my experience in back end and system designs. So I brushed up all my previous knowledge and tried to create something. But uh, because I did have a little experience in front end, many roadblocks after roadblocks came, and I used ChatGPT to create a front end for this thing, and it actually hurt my time keeping, because using ChatGPT, if I just copy paste from ChatGPT, it would be just like 1 second. If that copy pasting is 1 second, that's all it counts. Or if I had typed that, it would be like 1 or 2 hours. So it had hurt my time counting. But that was actually one of the great mistakes that I did on this journey, because after copy pasting from GPT, I wasn't able to edit much of the thing, because I wasn't able to understand how does that thing work. And I sat down, I read every code, I understand different JavaScript functions. There was thing that I didn't know. I searched, and it was 1 or 2 days on that, and mentally I was not moving on for this project. And then so days passed, and I was working on this day and night, and I was tired, and I was regretting about this decision to participate in this program, because not only it's too much work, but that I can manage, I can do. It's a very great learning too. But the issue is, I've been trying on this different journey. I'm 16 years old. I'm not going to school this year. I actually moved out and I'm trying to build a business, a startup on top of that. And also, many of the confusions of that startup, should I do that? Should I do something else? And it was all this figuring out point. It was only one month after I moved out, then this thing happening. So there were so many things that I should do instead of this programming, but this was a great opportunity to just miss. And when I just spent 20 days of my time, then it's only like 30 hours, 30 35 hours only passed. It actually hit me, and I was really thinking about quitting. And the metrics, if I have participated in this program till the end of August, my time would have been gone to this. So I was really worried, and I was in a lot of confusions. But and that also slowed down the journey, slowed down the progress of this work. And after that, I configured the front end. Then when I tried to integrate a payment system, I didn't had used any of the frameworks, React or something else. But that became a problem when I tried to integrate the payment system and everything. It needed some framework to make it easy. So that's when I decided to implement React. But the only problem is I didn't know React. I had just 2 days to learn React and implement it in my project, and oh, this wouldn't move. So it was a Saturday and a Sunday. So I sat down and I learned React from a YouTube video. And if you want to know how I learn, check out this YouTube video that I had done. Check out this blog post. I'm not sure if I have uploaded that video when this is streaming, when this had uploaded. So check out my blog post on that too, how I learn under less time. So I was literally falling apart, and I questions why I even started this. And after completing that React part, it was about to reach 50 hours. And when I reached 50 hours, I would get my US visa. And I was so excited to reach 50 hours. I was like 48 or 49 or something. And yeah, then, and the next day, there was a huge surprise waiting for me.
The next day.
So the next morning, I woke up and I got this email from one of the coordinators. He said that the program is cancelled. Yeah, the program has been cancelled, and they are sending back all of the students that have reached there to their home. They had some kind of problems in organization, and they didn't feel quite yet safe for this to happen. And yeah, they cancelled, and they gave out cancellation fees, and they started to reimburse the flight tickets for those who haven't been able to get to there and things like that. And yeah, I was a bit happy and frustrated. I was happy because I was in the confusion of should I keep doing this or just stop it right here. And now I got the answer. So I shouldn't worry about it anymore. So I was kind of happy. At the same time, I was a little bit frustrated about what had happened and about this past 20 or 30 days. So yeah, that was an end of an amazing journey there. This is my story of this 100-hour coding challenge, and it was all over. The lessons I learned from this project is one, learn all about the project, all about the stuff that you are about to do before getting into it. Not learn everything and perfect everything, just learn as much as you can before just getting into it. And if I had done that, I would have known about the coding, and I would have known about the standalone app thing. And the second one is how much you prepare. There would be roadblocks. You have to push them aside and move forward. The third thing is, do not change your plans, do not change your goals for an opportunity that had come. And the third one is, whatever you do, life can throw up some things onto you. So don't just regret. See what's gonna come forward and prepare for that. So that's all about this video, and I'm not giving up on this bus project. I do want to do this and do want to continue this, but not right now. Now I'm trying to build something else. uh, yeah, I will spill all the beans in the next video. What is the project that I'm building, what is actually I am doing in this solitary environment, and much more. So do follow me and to see my journey and where I end up. So that's it, guys. We'll see you in the next video. Peace out.